Hello and welcome to a very special Cracking the Cryptic video where you will in a moment see my video of solving 5 Clover puzzles that I recorded 3 days ago. But Simon thought it would be fun to ask Tantan Dai, one of the world's 3 or 4 absolute best solvers, to do these and record her solves as well. And that's going to provide an interesting comparison point between my solves and hers. And obviously you can try the puzzles yourself. So in a moment you will see me introducing my video, then you can jump forward about 45 minutes and watch Tantan solves, and I will comment on those as well. So here's me from 3 days ago.
Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and hopefully some genuinely approachable Sudoku today. That's the plan. Last week I did the first, actually I thought they were the first 5 puzzles that Clover had supplied to the Discord server's daily gas puzzle. So the daily puzzle on the Discord server is genuinely approachable. So it is a variant Sudoku normally, but it is one that really should be solvable by pretty much anybody if they persevere, or pretty quickly by people who are used to the type, I guess. So that's what we're looking at today. What I did last week, and it was quite popular, was I did all 5. I did get totally bogged down on one where I had a logical misassumption early on that absolutely killed me. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen today. Of course, what might happen today is a very similar breakdown, or possibly I will have what I thought I might have had last time, which was an error in transmission somewhere. We'll see. I don't know. So anyway, there are 5 puzzles, and I will run through the rules in a moment. Now, first of all, talking of genuinely approachable Sudoku, we have Jovial's series of puzzles coming up on in our Patreon feed. This will be July's reward puzzle, will be Jovial's series of approachable Sudoku. So quite similar to this series, in fact. Different types of puzzle with really approachable methods of getting through them. So more a matter of perseverance. Now, what we're planning to do, we've been offered an incredible prize. And it's going to be a one-off, handmade, Sudoku-related item. And hopefully at some point we'll be able to show that to you. But what we're going to do is we're going to set a deadline, put all the correct solutions we get in the hat, draw one out to win that prize. So that's how we're going to run it this month. Obviously, what we do every month is different, but that's what we're planning to do for July. So more news on that as and when. That's Patreon. Obviously, Discord is worth visiting, if only for these daily puzzles, if you want to do them before I'm doing them, which is great. And there are all our apps, and actually the puzzles on those aren't too bad as well. So it might make a break from the very difficult puzzles that Simon's been doing lately. Even I, for the last couple of days, have had some pretty tough ones, in my opinion. So maybe we'll see if we can get through these a bit quicker. It could still be a video of the same sort of length, but hopefully with some quicker thinking in it. So the 5 puzzle types we have today are a between lines Sudoku, in which, in all of these 5, normal Sudoku rules apply, numbers 1 to 9 in each row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Now, on the between lines, for each line, so let's take this one. The numbers on the line must be in between. They must be strictly in between the numbers on the end. So here you have 3 and 8 on the end. These numbers must fall in between those. You can have repeats on the lines if it's allowed by Sudoku rules. I can't actually see any lines here which would allow repeats, but never mind. Let's have a look at the next puzzle. Will be a fortress Sudoku. Now in this, a digit in a grey cell must be greater than all of its orthogonal neighbours, and that means the cells with which it shares an edge. So those 3 cells must all be smaller numbers than whatever's in there. Normal Sudoku rules again, of course. This one, I haven't currently got the right name on it. This is a little killer Sudoku. I will fix that. This is a little killer Sudoku in which clues outside the grid show the sum of the marked diagonals. So those 3 digits must add up to this given number 10. They can include repeats if allowed by normal Sudoku rules. Then we have a thermo Sudoku, very interesting looking one, in which along thermometers, digits must increase from the bulb. So that will be smaller than that, 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 and that will be the largest on this thermometer. Now, I think I got mixed up with the 2 thermo Sudoku puzzles that Clover had posted, and the one I did last week may have come later in the series than this one. Not sure, but anyway, we will be therefore catching up. By the end of this, I'll have done the first 10 puzzles in a series that is about 16 or 17 strong at the moment. So we are catching up. Now, this final one for today is odd, even killer Sudoku. So we have the mix of killer cages in which the cage shows the sum of its digits and doesn't include repeats. And we have grey circles, which represent odd digits, and grey squares, which represent even ones. So that's what we've got today. Do give the puzzles a try. All the links are in the description field. If you click on it to expand it, you'll see them all. And you can try all the puzzles yourself. What I'm going to I totally failed to remember last time to restart each puzzle as I began in order to get the clock working so I would see myself what the times are. I can put on a timer that I can't see so that you can see my time on each puzzle. But I'm always interested in the individual times, so I will be trying to remember to do that. Again, we'll see if I get any better. But do feel free to give them a go, or give any one of them a go if that's how you want to go about it. And finally, I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So this 1 to 5 has to have 2, 3, and 4 on it. I won't do all that much talking now. Here we have to have numbers from 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we've got a quad. These, therefore, 9's in one of those 2 cells, and the others are 6, 7, 8, 9. No, this has got to be low enough to admit 2 numbers in between. So that's a 6. We have 7 and 8 in between. This is a 6. Something's gone wrong. Yeah, that's a 7, 8, 9 triple. Okay. That's not a good line to work on. This one is 3 to 8. That has to be 4, 5, 6, and 7. We've got a 2, 3, 4, 5 quad there. So that is 6 or 7. 4 is definitely in one of those cells, and that must be a 2. And that gets us a number on a line. That could be 2. That's a 3, 4 pair now. Of course, this is a 5. Actually, I could have filled that in earlier. 2, 2, 4, 6, 3, 9. So we've got 1, 5, 7, and 8. But 5 is on that line, so 5 goes there. That's going to be useful. 5 on one of these. Oh no, that could, yes, this can't go up because that can't be 9. And if it was 8, well, you can't put 6 and 7 there. So this must go down to 1 or 2 with, 2 and 4 on the line and 1 there because we've used the 3. Right, so 9 on the end of this one, 8 and 7 can be placed. 1, 9, 2, 4. So these have to include a 3, I think. No, that's not quite true. They could be 5 and 8. Oh, well, that's not actually quite as helpful as I wanted. Right, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've been done there. So, and there's a 2, 4 pair. Right. If I'd been a bit more clinical at the start, that would have been a little quicker. So 1, 2, 3, 8 and 9 can be placed there. 9 can be placed in the bottom row. 8, there's an 8 somewhere here. It's certainly not on the line, so it's in one of those 2 cells. 7, 5, 6, 9. Ooh, this has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Well, it's got to be a 6 to allow 7 and 8 onto the line. These are from 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that means one of these has to be 1 or 2, and the other one larger. That's 3 or 5. So in fact, 2 and 4 are on this line. Right, so one of those now has to be a 1. We can place 1 in column 7. Having a look at some other things, we've got 7, 8, 9 to place in the top row. Now that 5, this 8 there and 6, 7, actually, no, that would break that. So it can't go up, so it must go down. That can't be a 1, so that's a 2. Yeah, 5 in one of these bulbs is quite helpful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. So 1 goes there. That's a 6, 7 pair. 8 at the top. That is a 9 because of that 7, 8 pair. You can spot that. 2, 4, and 3. We can place 2. Actually, that fixes this 4, 2, which helps to place the 4, 3. Those don't have a 3 now, so they must be 5 and 8, with 6, 7 in between. Actually, we know which way round. This is a 3. There's no 3 here, so that's 2, 4, 5. We've got 1, 6, and 7. That's not an 8. That is 6 or 7, and those are from 1, 6, and 7. This is 3 and 8. That's where 8 goes. 3 there. That's now 2. Actually, 1 is placed. 9, 8, 2, 3. So that's not 2. No, that's a 3. That's a 1. 3, 3. One of these. Got 2, 3, 4, and 5 to go in here. Well, that therefore has to be either 3 or 4 to get in the middle. Right, so that's a 4. Now we can have 5 must be on one of the bulbs, one of the ends of the line. So 2 or 3 there. Let's just see if we can finish off. Yes, 7, 8, 1. They're all done. That's a 7. 7 from those possibilities. In fact, we can do 7, 8, 8, 9. Now in this row, we've got a 5 and a 9. Yes, they can go in. 3, 4, 6. 3, 4, 6. That's a 3. In fact, 5, 8. They've been resolved by the 8. That's 2 or 4. That is a 2, though, by a naked single methodology. So, I still don't know what that is, but this is 5. So now we can do 2 and 3, and now we are finishing off this puzzle. That's 5, 4, 2. This one is done. Oh, how did I ever write 6 and 7 in that with a given 7 there? Very disappointing. Anyway, 6, 7, 1 triple left to go. 4, 5, and 6. So they go 6, 4, 5. And there we go. So that is 6 minutes for that puzzle. Let's move on to the next one and restart it for the clock. I remembered. Now this is Fortress Sudoku, and I am not expert in this. If there was one puzzle that I was going to blow up on like last time, it's this one. But 5 there. So that must be, because that's a little X-wing of, well, it's not. I don't know what to call it, but it's clear that the biggest number of the remaining 5 must go in the middle. That's true here, actually, as well. 9 there. 7's in one of those. 8 and 6 are on that side, and 5 is in one of those two because we placed it here. That's the easy start. Now what? Now this can't be bigger than 8, so that's a 6. This must be 7. That's 8. That's where 7 goes, and this is 5. So that's a box done. What about this? That is 3 or 4. I can't see how to do better than that at the moment. But 6 and 8 have to go in here. They can't go here because of that. So 6 there, 8 there. That's 1. That's 3. Okay, that came together. 1, 8, 6, 7. So what else have we got? 2, 3, 9 has to be here. So it's not breaking the rule. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, those have to be 2, 3 with 4 there. 5 works. Okay, that's not too bad. 2, 3, 1, 4, 2. And I don't think I've broken the rule, so that's good. Right, 3. If 3 was there, that's a 2. But if 3 was there, it is possible. 1's in one of those cells. 3's in one of those. 1, 3, 8 is in one of those. It can't be here because that can't be 9. So 8 is placeable. That is 5 or 6, and this has to be bigger. 6 or 7. Now 9 can't be there, so it's got to go here, surely. This is 4 or 3 with 3 or 2 below it. That's 2 or 4, which doesn't quite resolve that pair. 2, though. This has to be the biggest of the remaining numbers again. So that's 7. So that's 4, 5, or 6. That can be any of the remaining numbers, irritatingly. 5, 6, and 9 to place. 9 must be there. Then this is the biggest of the remaining numbers. That is not going to get in the way. So this is 6. So that's where 6 goes. This is a 5, 7, 5, 9, 6, 8. Well, I think the rule has been obeyed. Almost, yeah, whatever we do from there. So I'm going to have to determine the rest some other way. We've still got 2 Fortress Sudoku squares left. This is 3, 4, or 7. Now, if it was 3, that would be too many. If it was 4, yeah, that wouldn't work because you can't put 2 of 1, 2, and 3 there, given those. So that is a 7. That place is 7. We've got all the 7s in the grid now, I think. So there's a 6 in one of those 2. What about this then? 4, 7, 1, 8, 2, 6 it sees. It can't be 3. So it's 5 or 9. It can't be 5 actually either because 3 of the numbers below it have already been used up. I can't highlight them, but they're in the top row there. So that's 9. 9 in one of those cells. So I think the rest is now classic Sudoku. That's brilliant if I've managed to reduce a fortress to classic Sudoku in 4.5 minutes. As long as I can still do it. 3. That 3 is fixed. That as a 2. They can't be 2. That yes, it did this whole row, didn't it? That must do this central row completely. There we go. That 5 resolves the 6 and 5 at the top. What about this cell then? It has to be lower than 7. It's got to be a 1. That's good. These 2, they're going to have to be lower than 7 to fit in the row at all. So no more fortress to do. Stop looking for it. 3, 6, 4, 7. So 5 and 9 are over here somewhere. 6, 7, 2. Where's the place to keep going? 7, 8, 2. I don't know. 4. 4 in the bottom row has to be there. Right, that fixes 6 and 9. 3 there. 9, 6, 4, 7, 2. Now we can start focusing on the places where the most numbers are looking at cells. 4 and 8. Yes. 2 and 1. Can't resolve those yet. 9 in column 2. And the other numbers. 4, so 8. That's 3 or 5, don't know which. 2 and 9 here, they can be done. 6, no, let's have a look up the top. 1, 2, and 6. So no, don't know. Try the next one. 1, 2, and 5. Oh, come on. Maybe down here. 8, 4, 9, 1, 7, 2. That can't be 3, so it's 5 or 6. This is any of 3, 5, or 6. Oh, this is on the... that's resolving it on the fortress, and I forgot that there was still a cell looking into this box. Right, 6 and 1. I thought I was looking at deadly patterns for a moment there, which was wrong and foolish of me, but didn't hold me up too much. And there we go. Another 6-minute time, 6:43 this time. Tick. Okay, on to the next, which is the little killer Sudoku. Restart the clock. Remembered again. Now, we've got 11 pointing at an 8, so 2 and 1 to go with that. I don't know what they are. It's either 9, 3 or 7, 5 in a given order. 8 there must be 1, 2, 5. 9 to go with it must be 6 and 3. Must be, mustn't it? Yeah. 4, 7, 9 to place. That's 4 or 7. I am going to have a look at this 41 diagonal in a moment because so many givens on it. 2, 8, 2 is 12. All evens are 22, 28, so another 13. So if that was a 7, these couldn't be 1 and 5 because of the 5 there. They couldn't be 3 and 3 because of the 3 there, but they could be 4 there and 2 there if that was a 7. But if it's a 4, then they have to add up to 9. Actually, this sees a lot of cells. That is 1, 4, or 8. And if it's 1 or 8, that's 1 or 8. If it's, to make 9. I don't know that that's actually taught me anything much. Hang on. That is not meant to be 3 or 5. That is meant to be 3 or 7. 5, 7. Right, let's get that right. Right, let's have a look at this. This 10, that's 3 and 1. Now, 1s are an X-wing, so there's a 1 there somewhere. 11 here, not using 3, 8, 6, 5, or 4, 7, is 2, 9. So that can't be a 2. And that means this isn't a 7, doesn't it? I think it does. That's a 4. I'm going with it. That's a 4. I'm going to do the maths again. 10, 16, 26, 32. These two add up to 9. They are 1 and 8. And that is not a 1 because we've got a 1-3 pair. So that does the long diagonal, which I could have spent a long time on. This has to be 2 and 3 once there's a 4 in a 9 sum. Should have looked at that earlier. This is very approachable, actually. 2, 4, 3, 1, 9. So that is a 7, naked single. 8 goes there. 6 and 5 are placeable. That's resolved the 1, 5. That's resolved the 2, 1. That's resolved the 3, 1. That sorts out the 9, 1. That sorts out the 9, 2. Can I flick back? Yes, this can't be a 9 anymore. So that's 5, 7. This 7, 9 is resolved. So that's all the little killer stuff done, I think. And we're back down to classic Sudoku after less than 3 minutes. That's pretty handy. So lovely puzzle setup there. 9. Got all the corner boxes done now. So 2, 3, 6, 5 and 8. I picked the wrong box to look at first. 1, 4, 7 there. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. It's a busy day, unfortunately. I have loads going on. I can't put off everything. 2, 4, 7 there. 1, that is a naked single 7. That's where I should have started. So we've got a 1, 9 pair. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Sorry, lots going on this weekend. Right, 2, 3 and 8. There we go. 2 there. 7, 9, 3, 6 and 4. Now that's a naked single now. 4 there. That is, in fact, we can do the whole 3, 6, 2. That means we can do this 2, 8, 3 group. Still can't do the 1, 9 or the 1, 7. I can do the 5, 8. Now, across here we have 3, 8. 8s form an X-wing there, so we can fill in 8 here. 5 and 6. 4, 9 pair there. That is a naked single 2. We've got a 1, 3 pair. This is really neatly done. That is a naked single 4, so we can do that whole 2, 4, 7 group. 7, 7, so this is a 7. And that fixes the 1, 7, which fixes the 9, 1. 5 and 9 to go in there. That's it. No, I've got a 4 messed up here. Can't believe it. That doesn't look good at all. I want to put a 4 in here, but it's going to obviously clash hideously with another one. No. Didn't expect a nemesis here. Let's rewind back to when we started filling these boxes. Middle boxes. I was confident about the end boxes. Now, that was a naked single 7. Yes, we've got a 1, 9 pair. 2, 3, 8 here, which we can resolve in a moment. 6 and 4 there are actually done. So that gives us a 6 here. 2 and 3. That is a naked single 4 with a 1, 7 pair flanking it. 5, 8 pair there. 2 has to go here. 3, 8 pair in the middle. They can't be a 2. In fact, that is now an 8. 3, 5, 8. Maybe it was the 7s. I wasn't entirely confident with what I did with the 7, so maybe that was the problem. 5, 6, 2, 4, 7. 2 and 4. 4 there, 2 there. That is a naked single 9. 1, 3 either side. Got 5, 6, and 8 there. So 3, 1, 9, 7. 8 is confined there. So that has to be 8. I think that's right. That does the 5 and 6. That makes this 1, 6, 5. Please work this time. I don't know what I've done this time that was different from last, but I'm hoping it's enough. 2 is there. That's not a 4 anymore. So maybe I just messed up putting 2, 4, and 7 in. Okay, well that is good because I feel that we might be on the right track this time. 7 and 9. 9 there. What I did with 7 was fine, so it wasn't that was the problem. 1 and 9. Yep, 3 and 8 are done. 9 and 8, and I think that's right. So I've got a time of 7:44. It take a couple of phone calls within that. Anyway, we go on to puzzle 4. You can see what my actual time was there better. Now we're going to restart this one. Oh yeah, thermo with no given digits and genuinely approachable. Right, the only place for a 9 in the top row is there. 9 always has to be on the end. So then what? Where's a 9 in the next row? It's got to be there, actually. And then there in row 3. Let's just keep going with 9s while we can. Yes, there's another one in row 4. Now, there aren't any in row 5. Yes, there are. There's that one. That's the sort of thing that means I may have missed one before. But let's have a look down this column. That's 9. One of those 2 positions there. One of those 2, and one of those 2. We're left with an X-wing of 9s, but that's a nice start. Now, 8 in the top row. Why not? Can't be there, because that would have to be 8.5. So, it's got to be there. Can we keep going with 8s? Can't be there. Sorry, it can't be in those because of that. So, oh no. And it can't be there, obviously. Yes, 8 there. That's 8. Tempted to pencil mark this one. I'm going to do it. Can't stop me sometimes from pencil marking thermos, even at speed. It's a bit less obvious how to proceed. Let's keep looking for 8. There or there. Yes, that's okay. There or there, right? And therefore can't be there. Yeah, okay. One of those 2 is an 8. No, it could be that one. Okay, that was bogus. One of those 3. Yeah, it's absolutely not so easy down at the bottom of the grid to do these numbers. 8's in any of those positions. 7's now peters out because 7 can go in either of those positions. either of those. But 7 has to be in this box, in one of those two cells. So it can't be there. So in the top row, it is there. I don't find this as straightforward at all as the other puzzles, I have to say. And maybe I'm just less good at thermo Sudoku. Right, they can't be 7. That can't be 7. That can't be. That can't be. So 7 is in column 1 in that box. And again, down here, amongst the 8s, well, sharing cells, sharing a group of 3 cells. That can't be 7. They can't be. That can't be. So, and that can't be, because that can't be 8 or 9. So that is a 7. Right. I think I've chosen the right approach, thank God, to this puzzle. Although it's not working down at the bottom, but it is getting stuff done above. So one of these is 7. Got to be there. That does fix 7, but not where I wanted it. But now 6 is in one of those two positions. That can't be 6, so 6 is here. That must be 6 in box 1. Then I don't think that's not... No, neither of those two are possible. So we can place 6 in box 4. And then, weirdly, 6 is in one of those 3 with the 9s. Now, that can't be 6 because they can't both be 7 and 8. Same there. And those can't be. So 6 is in a triple with 7 and 8 there. A very surprising triple. Got a 6 there. This could be 6 and that could be 6, but nowhere else in this box, I am sure. Yes. That could be 6. That couldn't be. That couldn't be. They can't be. That one could be. That couldn't be. So that 6 in the middle box is done. Oh, of course. I didn't even see that I had the triple that I've just mentioned. Right. So that does fix all the top 6. No, almost all the top 6 sixes. Oh, yes, this can't be a 6. Absolute nonsense. Right. Now, this can't be 5 because that would be 5.5. So we can place 5. But once we've done that, we've kind of done everything with that thermo. Now, this, I can pencil mark the whole way along here. And that's giving me a 2-3 pair in the column. 1, 4, and 5. Fill it. Oh, I suspect I'm not doing this the quick way. That can't be 5. So 5 is here. Good Lord, 6 and 7 have gone. Does that mean that's 5? Yes, it does. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 to fill the first column after that. 4, 3, or 2, 1, 2, or 3. Same here. 1, 2, or 3, 2, 3, or 4. That's a triple, yes. So we get a 1. That's not a 1. There is a 1 down here. That's 2 or 3. That's 3 or 4. Don't know which of these is a 1, but there's a 1 there. So one of these is a 1. 1 is in one of those cells. 1, 5, 9, 0, 6, 7, 8. So they're from 2, 3, 4, and that forms a triple. So we get a 1 and a 5. And that doesn't help with any. Oh, that does. How could that be a 2 or a 3? It could be a 3. No, hang on. It could be a 3 or a 4. 2 or 3 there. 1 or 2 there. One of those is a 4, so that's not a 4, so that's not a 3. So the 4 in the row is there, and that's not a 4. So there is a 4 down here again. They don't include a 5 anymore. 9, 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, and 5 here. That's a 4. Come on. That's not a 4, so the 4 in the row is there. That's not a 4. Doesn't get anything else done. That's not a 5, so that's not a 4. So the 4 in the box is there. 4's being a lot more helpful. Can that be a 4? Yes, in fact, where's 5 in the box? It's there. So that can be a 4. In fact, that is 3 or 4. So the 1 in the box is there. 4, 9, 7, 6, 5, 1. So we have 2, 3, and 8 as a set there. Yeah, 2, 3 pair. That's lovely. 1 goes there, 4 goes there. That can't be 4, so that can't be 3. In fact, we can finish box 3. And therefore box 2. Hope this is all right. That's a 3, that's a 1, and box 1. 2 there. So that's now a 1, 3, 4 set. Let's just get a pencil marking right. That has become a 4. That's become a 2. 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. I don't seem to have broken it yet, but I am getting quite worried now. 2, 7, 8. Now I've got all these triples left at the bottom. 9, 5, 7 there, although that one can't be a 9. 1, 4, 6 there. Right, now, what are we going to use? That can't be a 9. So that's 5 or 6, so that must be 2, and that's 1. So let's just tidy up these things. That now, that is 7 or 8, so that must be 9. So we are getting some conclusions. So that's where 9 goes in the bottom row. That's not 9, so this can't be 8. It's now 2 or 3, so that's 1. That places 1 there. 4 here must need 5 to be bigger than it is. 2, 2, so that's a 2, and they're not. In fact, I can do them. 8, 3, 7 and 5 are resolved just by Sudoku. Can't do that 4, 6 pair. Can't do all of this 7, 8, 6 pair, I don't think. No. But this is now a 3, and that's a 4. That makes this a 6 and a 4 there. This can't be 6, but nor can that, and that's much more helpful. Right, 7, 8, that's the last step needed. 8 and 7. Oh, see, that's interesting. It didn't feel like nearly 10 minutes, but it was, because I find thermos so hard to get into. Right, on to the next one, the last of these 5, odd, even, killer Sudoku. Right, 29 with 4 even digits. Okay, so that's odd. I'm going to colour this. Same here, that's odd. I don't care if it takes a few extra seconds. It could be helpful to spot patterns of odds and evens. Now, I'm also seeing an even in an 8. That has to be 2 or 4. And then 1, 3, and 5 are surrounding it. In fact, 1 probably is. Similarly, I suppose that has to be 6 or 8 with 9, 5, 7 around it. There's certainly some symmetry going on here. Oh, this is either a 9 or a 7, because this 21 either needs a 9 or a 7 in it. Oh no, hang on, that's not right. That's not right, because it doesn't have to be a 7 in that. It could be 9, 8, 5. Ah, but if it's 9, 8, 5, that could be an 8 then. Okay, no, that's not right. I think this doesn't look as easy to me. I mean, I'm not saying the others were absolute giveaways at all, and that's the beauty of Clover's puzzles, is none of them are giveaways. They've all got interesting crunchy bits, but okay, this can't be 1, 3, 5, because it would clash with those two cells. You'd have 4 of 1, 3, 5. So it's either 1, 2, 6 or 2, 3, 4. Now, if it's 1, 2, 6, that's a 1 and that's a 2, 6 pair, and there's no way, because that's even. So it's 2, 3, 4. What's going on there? That's the odd number, 3 there, and a 2-4 pair. That is a 2-4 pair. In fact, let's do the markings just in case it does help. I'm beginning to think that's less likely now, but we've got a 2-4 pair. No 3 there, so that's a 1-5 pair. So this is 2, and that's 4, and that's 2. Now, can this same sort of thing work? It must do, because these are the equivalent numbers. So what is it that I'm looking at here? This can't be 975 for the same reason. So it's either 876 or 984. And this odd number is therefore 7 or 9. 876 or 984. So it's either got an 8 or a 6. I don't know. 975. So there is a 5 used here. So this is 589. That's the answer. There we go. So it's 589. That's a 7. 8 and 6 must go with that. No, it could. Yes, they must, because it can't be 9 and 5. So there we go. Those are even. Now I've got 4 evens in the central row. So that colouring was worth something. That is 6 or 9. That is 7 or 9. That's 6, 7 or 9. None of them can be 8, so that's 8. That's very weird. So one of those two is 8. These are 8 and 2 in the middle row. That's a 4. That's a 6. Odd even is quite a helpful genre sometimes. In fact, yes, 6 and 8. Of course, the 4 evens in these boxes have to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. So I could have filled in the middle digit each time. I didn't think of that at all, as you saw. So that's 9. Right. That really is quite helpful. That was 8, which I managed to colour instead of actually writing the 8 in when I was trying to. 3, 2, 8, 9, 4. So that's a 1. That's where 5 goes. 7 and 6, thanks to the odd cell. 5, 4, and 3. So that's 5, 3, 4. 1 and 9 there. On the outsides, we have 7 and 3, and that all seems to be working. This is a 3 as well. In fact, I can finish the column. Symmetry is quite helpful here. Now, I haven't used these 16 and 18 cages at all. Oh, that's odd. 1, 5, or 9. I don't see. That's a 6, 7 there. That's better. 3, 8, 9 there. 2, 7, 6. So 1, 4, 5. 2, 3, 9. 5, 8, 9, 6. Oh, this isn't a pair that I can fill in. But 6, 9, 5. That's a triple. I can post 1, 7, 8. So now I can fill it in as 4, 3. It was a pair I could have filled in. I just didn't see it. 1, 2, 7. Oh, how's this going to untangle? It's going to have to be by virtue of these cages. So if that was 2, this would be either 6, 8 or 5, 9, but that's even, and it can't be 6, 8, so that's not 2. If it was 3, this would have to add up to 13. It would be 8, 5, which it can't be, or 4, 9, which it can be if that was 3. If that's 9, though, this adds up to 7. Can't be 6, 1 or 2, 5. It must be 4, 3. So that is a 4 whichever, and that's a 3, 9 pair. Good Lord. 4, and the 4 fixes that 3, 4 pair. That 3 can't be there. That can't be 9. That's a chocolate teapot triple. 7, 4, 3, 9, 6, 5. That has to be 1, 2, 8. Actually, I could have put that 8 in a while ago. That is a 1, 7 pair. 6, 4, 3, 8. Oh, this is fixed 9 and 1. That can't be 1. 189. I could obviously go through the same rigmarole with this, but it might be quicker now to get that some other way, if I can. Maybe I can't. Okay, let's try. That can't be 3. Let's just have a look along this row first. Right, so that's an 8. This would be 2, 4, but we can't use a 4, so no. And it can't be 1, 5, so that's not an 8. If it was 7, this would be 2, 5, and that won't work either. So that's a 1. These add up to 13. There's 6 and 7. That was actually more straightforward than I was expecting. Can't be 6. So we've got 4, 2, 5 to go in column 6. 2, 5, 1, 8, 4. That's a 6. That's 3 or 7. That's 7 or 9. 6, 4, 7, 1, 2, 6, 4. So we've got 1 and 2. That must be 2. Got 1 to put in there. That 2. The 5, 1 pair's been resolved. That fixes this as a 9. 6 and 8. Don't need the colouring anymore, which is a relief. Now 5 and 8 are there. This is 1 and 3, and now I can start disambiguating these rows. Probably could have done it with whatever digit I end up with before. 9, 3, 7, 6. That's just a misprint for a 7, thank goodness. 5, 9. Now at the top, yes, I can do this 3, 9 pair now. 2, 3. Now that teapot triple is actually very helpful. 7, 1, 5, 1, 5 and 2, and that should be it. Yes. Did I restart that? I think I did. No, I didn't. I don't know if I did. 9 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, that's not bad. So all those 5 puzzles done. Let's just check. I did do them all. Yeah, and some beautiful puzzles again. I mean, an average for me there of somewhere around 7 minutes each. It felt like maybe 8, but really good puzzles as ever from Clover, who is such an expert constructor that it's no surprise at all when puzzles are that good. And we are just grateful that she's doing this for us. Do have a look at the Discord server if you want to do those daily puzzles the day they come out. And I will see you again soon on the channel. Have a good one. Bye for now.
And now we'll have a look at Tantan Solve. So first of all, the between lines Sudoku, and I'm just going to start it off. Sorry about this line across the bottom. It's due to the format in which she sent them to us on YouTube. It will disappear some of the time. So she's straight away up at the top, found the 2, 3, 4 set. That's enabled her to get the 5 that has to be in box 2 because it must also come between 1 and 6. Look, she's found a 7, 8, 9 triple down at the bottom immediately. That took me a while, as did identifying the importance of that line at the bottom, this one down here. But she's already picked up the importance of using 1, 3, 2, 4, 5 at the top. She gets 6 in that line, and she's straight up to the other one that has a 6 in the bulb. She's immediately seen the importance of the 7, 8 pair and rushed it across to the other side. I mean, it's just fantastic speed. She's less than 50 seconds in, and she's already identified exactly what's going on in at least half the between lines. Row 6 almost completely done. Row 1 completely finished. Now she's actually doing a bit of Sudoku on 6s and working out where 6 can go down here. And then she's suddenly worked out that the 2 between lines in column 1 are resolvable. So again, it's just astonishing speed to me to watch this and know that this is somebody solving the puzzle for the first time live. I find it incredible, but this is how good she is. Now she's got all the numbers in that box, so she knew where 5 and 8 have to go on the bulbs, and it's not that any of the deductions here are incredible. It's just the speed with which she identifies what's important, how it affects the rest of the puzzle, and where to look that is mesmerizing, frankly. So nearly 2 minutes and nearly completely solved. I think there's only one between line left to look at. Very occasional misprints instantly fixed. And I mean, bear in mind, she's not even really familiar with our software. She's used it once or twice before. Absolutely astonishing. No, she tried a 5 in the middle of that and realized it didn't work because 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the numbers left to go in that box. They've all been fixed, and she is suddenly done in 2 minutes, 22 seconds, which is just amazing. I think it was Fortress that came next, so I've moved on to that. So she was 2 minutes, 22 seconds for a puzzle that took me 6.5 or so, which is a bit depressing in some ways. She's immediately found the importance of the Fortress cell in box 2. Oh, she's picked up the 7s. Yeah, that, I mean, I got there, but not that quickly. I think maybe I had that 5 done in the bottom relatively slightly quicker. That's the only thing I could claim. And even then it's relative, it's not absolute. I probably didn't have it in 30 seconds. But she's noticed the importance of column 5 and pretty much, well, now she's completely filled columns 4 and 6 as well. And again, 50 seconds in, and the back of the break-in is completely done, and all the ramifications in columns 4 to 6. Now she's again using the fact that these fortresses are in the central cells of boxes 4 and 6. That's given her a lot of stuff. Ooh, a bit like me, she hasn't noticed that that 3 immediately gives you a 2 above it. I'm thrilled by that, because that, I barely noted that. Now she's spotted it, but it took me till the end of the puzzle and I didn't even know what I was missing. And I think this puzzle took me a hideous, oh no, this was maybe 6 or 7 minutes as well. That wasn't quite as bad as I thought. So sorry, I just had a cough there, but while we were doing that, I took 5 or 6 seconds out of the video, and she has raced forward, and she's basically just finishing off now, and she's going to be done in about exactly 2 minutes. There it is, just under. Incredible. So hats off to her for that. And so a brilliant time on that puzzle. Now we'll have a look at the little killer. Straight away she's picked out the important clues in box 1 with the short little killers. 4, 7 and 9 as a triple there. Then I wonder how she knew it wasn't 9 in row, oh yes, obviously in row 1 column 1, because there's another one in column 1. And straight away with the 9 and 10, they're fully done. She's resolved the whole of box 1. We're less than 30 seconds in. She's done almost all of box 1, 9, and most of 3. I was going to say, at least she's starting in the corner boxes as I did, but I mean, obviously you have to, because that's where the little killer clues are. So, fatuous comment, as usual. I've barely got time to even see what she's doing. Slight misprint, corrected immediately. I mean, it's just mind-blowing to think that she doesn't even use our software regularly. I think she's used all the little killer clues. She hasn't bothered with the long 41 clue yet. I don't know if she's going to need that. She's used everything else. So apart from that 41 there, she's worked out that she did need it, added it up in a jiffy, and I think she probably was trying to get away without wasting time doing that in case the puzzle would solve without it. Realized in a matter of nanoseconds that she did need to solve that, and then just did it. And there we go. This is completion. This is unbelievable. 1 minute, 31 seconds. I mean, mind blown. I just don't know how that's conceivable. Astonishing. So this thermo, I thought this was a bit crunchier. Let's see if it takes her any time at all. She's been well under 2.5 minutes for every puzzle so far. And that little killer, I cannot believe what we just saw there. Anyway, she's already, look at that. We're 20 seconds in and she's got all the 9s in the grid virtually. And now those 8s. I mean, this took me 2 or 3 minutes to see how to do those. And she's 30 seconds in and she's done all that. She also has realized that the logic on the 9s and 8s doesn't propagate into the bottom boxes quite as well as it does at the top. So she's having to look at 7s now. Now I'm sure I had to start looking around and do some things with 1s at this point, but not Tantan. She's worked out the positions for 6 of the 7s, 6 of the 8s, 7 of the 9s. And now she's even managed to, just using 7s, 8s and 9s, get the 7 in box 8. And therefore 9, 7 and 8 in row 8. Now surely she's getting a little slower here. And I mean, it's all relative. It is not slow. Look, all the 7s, 8s and 9s are done. I didn't know that was possible without looking at some of the lower digits. Now she's figured out where the 6s go in rows 3, 2 and 1 in that order. And she's getting 6s pencil marked throughout the whole grid. In fact, they're now all completed suddenly, apart from one X-wing at the bottom. Now she's switching to 5s and just putting in the placement possibilities everywhere. Suddenly that's matured into a 5 placed in box 5, 3 possibilities in box 8. And 5s haven't been so profitable to her. So now she's going to candidate marking instead, because she's kind of realized that the possibilities on box placement marking have run out. So but immediately that candidate marking has told her what's going on at the end of columns 3 and 4. And a bit more candidate marking at the top, and that's helped to get the 1. I mean, I had to look at those 1s much earlier in my relative solve, but I was well after 2.5 minutes. I can't believe she's probably going to finish this in 3 minutes now. And really, I mean, was it 10 minutes for me? And I wasn't unhappy with that time. It's astonishing to see this happen. I mean, even the literal speed with which she traverses the board and puts in numbers is something that this old brain can barely comprehend. Incredible. She is 3 minutes on the dot now, 3 minutes and 1 second. Unbelievable. And then finally we have the odd even killer, where it took me an age to notice these X pentominos and what their numbers had to be in the odd numbers in the middle. And she's got it instantly within 12 seconds. For her, she'd probably describe that as a quite slow break-in on an approachable puzzle, but for the rest of us, that is insane. That's enabled her to deal with the 9 cage on the left, and it's only odd digit. She's working out how these cages in column 9 work as well, analogous to the ones in column 1. So it's misprint there, but it's 589. Yeah, 531. She's finished box 6. She will surely finish box 4 before I can finish that phrase. And most of box 5 is done instantly. I mean, the speed is just mesmerizing. The way that she does this. That 1-7 has resolved the 5-1 in column 1. Now most of row 7 is complete in an instant. She could probably finish the top of column 1. Yes, there she does. She does it immediately. And row 3, I'm sure, will all go in now. Yeah, there it is, 16.85. So now she can just finish basically box by box, as long as she works out the disambiguators in rows 1 and 2 and rows 8 and 9. And that's exactly what she's doing now. It's basically a puzzle of pairs, I think, for her from this point on. And I mean, she's going to finish in well under 2 minutes on this puzzle as well, which is just incredible. And I mean, overall, you literally cannot argue with the speed of Tantan on these. Sorry, I'll just pause it there. I mean, absolutely astonishing. So all of them were, three of those puzzles were done in 2 minutes. One of them in 1:36 or something. And the longer ones were 2.5 minutes and 3 minutes. I expect to get beaten at championships by the best solvers, taking about 50% of my time. But Tantan here on these reasonably approachable puzzles, and I mean, none of them were super easy. She has taken less than 1/3 of my time on each one. Actually, by a distance in some cases. It's literally mind-blowing. I mean, I would stand up and applaud if it wouldn't look ridiculous, but that is what I am figuratively doing. Thank you very much for watching my video and Tantan Solves, and we'll see you again for a more normal video tomorrow, and bye for now.